Hello. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Saturday, December 27th, 2025. And I bring to you this subject because Saliqua on LinkedIn writes, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And this is the story she shared. She goes on to say, the biggest mistake I ever made as a leader was hiring a friend. She looked great on paper, communications expert, great resume, solid references. Yes, I checked them. The irony almost killed me. A communications expert who couldn't communicate. No professionalism, zero follow-through, constant excuses. When I gave feedback, she turned combative, defensive, hostile, entitled. But we're friends, she'd say. You know I'm good at this. That's when it hit me. She expected friendship to cover for incompetence. But friendship doesn't fix dishonesty. Her toxic attitude spread like wildfire. Team meetings became tense. Other employees started questioning my judgment. The energy shifted from collaborative to poisonous. For months, I made excuses. She's just adjusting. She'll figure it out. I can't fire my friend. Wrong, wrong, wrong. By the time I finally acted, the damage was done. Months too late. Here's what I learned. Red flags don't need context. They need action. When someone shows you who they are, believe them immediately. Your hesitation becomes everyone else's problem. I actually commented on this post on LinkedIn directly to Saliqua. And she responded. She said, thank you. I told her that I was going to feature her post in today's live stream. And there's a reason for it. Because an old friend, I wrote to, someone who I had a friendship with when I was 10 years old, about that. And it was in school. And I said, I talked about miracles. And his response was, I'm sure some people have good results, great results, astonishing results, okay results, and some mediocre results. Whatever the results are, don't sell a salesperson. Under-promise and over-deliver is the way to achieve massive customer appreciation and success. You're promising miracles and you're setting yourself up for failure. I thought to myself, sometimes bad publicity is good publicity. Because sometimes a miracle can be this big, or it could be this big. This miracle could be this big. Whichever it is, Sometimes the smallest ones are the ones that are most memorable. Because sometimes the silent communication that occurs from that miracle creates customer appreciation and success. But not only that, those people who experience that outcome, they fight for you. Now, I've been doing this for 154 episodes now, showing you who I am. Do you believe me? I asked this question. I think there's people that believe me, but they may be in a position where they can't pull the trigger on a potential outcome. Or you're stubborn as heck and you don't believe. I've said this before and I'll say it again. How would you say? I tested the theory on someone just recently, not just a few weeks ago now. No, last week. No, maybe now 2 weeks. And I gained their belief, their trust, by silently communicating to them. Silently. I wasn't doing the talking. I let this do the talking. And when it happened, no hesitation. There was no hesitation after that. None. Can this provide the same level of silent communication? I've showed a testimonial that talked about this. And it was the silent communication that made them or helped them believe. Now, I can't provide that silent communication to you through this screen. But I'm trying to show you right here, 6 days a week, what it's doing for me at the age of 49. Some people say, oh, yeah, you exercise for a long time, you do all this. They come up with every excuse underneath the sun. But they're unwilling to make a change until they're forced to. Are you one of those people that only react if you are forced? If you are, then stop listening. Because you're not in the right mindset then, if you're forced. It's one thing to lead by example, but if I'm telling something to somebody and it goes in this ear and then it just goes out the other, they're not going to listen. But if I communicate with this, it locks right there, like it doesn't even exit that ear. The communication that this provides doesn't even exit. I've seen it twice now. I find it very interesting how people can be so easily distracted by shit that means absolutely nothing or does nothing for them. And then when something comes along that's actually could be quote unquote a miracle, then they say, oh no, you're trying to oversell something. I'm like, what? No. Just trying to make a point. To help somebody who may actually really need it. Now, if you're feeling good in here, in the belly, you know, and in here, do you really need it? There is a thing called preventative maintenance. And how many people do you know think about preventative maintenance when it comes to their body? I know a large percentage of people that say they do preventative maintenance, but when it comes right down to it, they don't. That's why I'm trying to show you. Yesterday, I did the Feel It Friday workout, and I flipped the cards, and I push myself as hard as I possibly can. And I think it shows. It's a simple workout. 4 different exercises. Can you do it? Some people say, oh yeah, no problem. But how old are you? Are you the same age as I am? Are you older? Are you younger? If you're younger, I sure hope you could do it. But even the youngest of ones have difficulty with this. Why is it? Because they don't choose, or they're not forced to take care of themselves in the way that maybe they should. So am I trying to set myself up for failure? Heck no. No. I'm just trying to help be a trumpet of belief. Are you a trumpet of belief? If you are, then you'll know. Scan the QR code. Visit unlockourbioenergy.godaddysites.com. And when you do so, you'll find this webpage. You click on this button right here. It'll take you to Start X39, where you can see what this thing does. Okay? And when you're ready to pull the trigger on a purchase, or click the mouse, you know, this nice mouse here. I use trackball. Come back and click on this button right here. And when you do so, you will be taken to this web page under Unlock Your Bioenergy. And when you click on the big picture, then you will be taken to lifewave.com/Gordon Tomazik. That's my first and last name, my real name. That QR code that you see right there, if you scan it, it'll take you to the same site. And why is it so good? Why is the X39 so good? Well, you want to activate those stem cells to improve your mental clarity, experience rapid pain relief and reduced inflammation, improved skin appearance, enhance your sports performance, as I showed you yesterday, and I will try to show you again today. Experience increased energy and vitality. Experience faster recovery from your resistance training exercises. Now, if you watched the day before, Thirsty Thursday, you'll know that I did shoulders, rotator cuff, and traps. And when I'm doing medial deltoids, that's the one in the middle here, I make that muscle scream in agony, like scream to me. I make it do the work. And do I reap the benefits from having healthy shoulders? Do they look big? It sure helps when I'm holding my accordion. If you want to have a physique that looks not like a dad bod, arms that pop out, that fill the shirt, athleticism that really can demonstrate that you can skip fast like me, Flash Gordon. I just do it for me. This is fun. This is fun, but I'm showing you what's fun. I know I'm pretty, how would you say, boring when it comes to the skipping, because I only use a metronome. I don't listen to any music or nothing. And I practice the discipline each and every single day. And I did so this past week, and I will do so again next week, and the week after that, and every week after that. It'll never stop. Because I know when I combine this, the X39, which you see me wearing right here, it fits into my lifestyle and it can fit into yours. And when I combine it with what I call the cleanest and most absorbable water, which is deuterium-free, 114-degree molecular bond-angled water, does drinking the water accelerate the effects of the X39? I would think so. Because I can feel it. The amount of energy that I have doing the Feel It Friday workout, wow. My progression has really changed fast. And you can watch any of the episodes. I have them on a playlist on YouTube. Go back and watch. And I show you, I am struggling. I struggled in the beginning. Oh yeah, but now I'm like, The only struggle that I have is the mental. Because I'm really trying to get through it as fast as I can. And the first round of cards yesterday, there was a lot of reps. I was like, holy cow, it took me longer to get through it. But overall, I did it faster. Part of that has to do because I did more jumping jacks. It was 120 yesterday. And it's tallied in the Feel It Friday comments where you can see exactly how long it took me. And if you look the week prior, I tallied it up and so forth. So am I a stickler for details? Yes. Yes, I am. But I also monitor my heart rate too, which I will show you today. So, when you're ready to experience the benefits, pull the trigger. Right there. Scan the QR code. Or find the links below. And really take a consideration. Oh, people say, I'm going to start in January, and then, they start this thing, or they start going to the gym. If anything, don't spend your money on the gym yet. Try the X39. And when you start to really feel the energy that it helps provide the body, then you will have the energy to go to the gym and you stick with it. Try the X39 first. Because, the reason why I say this is that resistance training exercise is known to reset and regenerate about 78 DNA genes. 78. But if you're lazy, like I like to be a little bit lazy. I want more than just 78. That's where you take care of the balance with this. But I'm greedy. I want more than just several thousand and 78. I want all of it. So, do I want to live well, live long, and live young? You bet. And I'm making the preventative maintenance choices now. Today. Not tomorrow. Not the week after. Today. It's your turn. It costs about a coffee a day. You can do it. Try it. Just as I'm going to try to see if I can get those 250 skips in 69 seconds at a pace of 221 beats per minute. I will set the metronome when I'm ready. But first, foremost, we're going to do a 10-minute HIIT with the skipping rope to warm up the body. Had my glass of water. I'm ready to go. So, without further ado. Oh, and look. Phil is messaging. For those who know who Phil is. Let's go. That's the metronome. All right, heart rate's connected. What tempo am I going to put it at for the high intensity? Or for the warm-up? Okay. Yesterday I did 165 pace. I think what I'll do is I'll set it at 165. So that way, when it's high intensity, that's the pace I need to be at. And then when it's low intensity on the clock, that'll be the, how would you call it? Just a relaxed pace. Okay, so we're going to do a 10-minute HIIT. Let's begin. So you can see my heart rate on the screen there, underneath the 13 seconds. It is cold outside as well. Temperature is minus 21 degrees Celsius. And it's 21 degrees Celsius inside the house. So a difference of, you got it, 42 degrees. That's how cold it is outside. Okay, high intensity now. good. There we go. So I'm just trying to be nice and relaxed at this pace. $165 may be a lot for a lot of people. It's an aggressive pace. There's no doubt about that. And if your rope is on the heavier side, you'll feel it. What I want to do is circulate the blood. Make sure my hands are nice and warm when I was shoveling the snow outside. My fingers were frozen. So by having the metronome tick away, it's nice and consistent. Got a lot of options. I probably should look at maybe doing a variable metronome. That would be a nice idea. Maybe create an app or something. I don't know. during the cool down period, I will drink some more water. Feels really comfortable, even doing the crisscrosses at that pace. I can feel my heart rate coming up a little bit, but I don't know how high it's going. And if you're just tuning in, ouch. That is the ten-minute warm-up. So I will be increasing the tempo to 221. And I will be switching rope to the longer one that I've been using, which has got that kink in it, which I've talked about. So in order to spin this rope faster, I actually have to do the work. And I'm sure I can use a shorter rope or shorter length rope to achieve that, but it's not, I'm not working harder with the arms to accomplish that. So in essence, I'm not really fighting through that pain, because it becomes actually with a shorter rope or shorter length rope, it's easier, believe it or not, because you don't have to hold your arms kind of where you were. So as a measuring stick, I'm sticking with the original rope that I started the fitness test way back when in 2018, and I'm measuring the results that I'm doing today to that very first time that I recorded it. And it's actually saved on Facebook as a memory, and it comes up, and I've actually featured it as well in previous fitness testing. And perhaps I'll do it again next week, just to show you the difference in my ability today, just not only in my coordination, but just overall synchronicity. It's night and day difference. And they say, yes, practice makes perfect when it comes to fitness and coordination. But then what happens when can you raise the bar? Can you keep raising the bar? And that's what I'm doing. It's one thing to have the coordination and the speed, but I'm raising the bar now to really test my fitness ability. And to me, that's the real value in what I'm doing, to show you what I'm doing. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. I'm trying to show you who I am. Believe me. And when I tell you that you can experience the benefits, I'm proving it. So I'm grabbing can you hear the water pouring? This is a fresh cup of what I call deuterium-free 114 degree molecular bond angle water. And when you drink it, the softness that's in the water is just remarkable. But when you actually let it rest in your stomach, it doesn't bounce uncomfortably. It actually absorbs. It starts absorbing really fast. And this is the benefit of drinking the water, is the rate of how fast it absorbs. But not only that, is how it affects the electricity inside your body. So when you see the bolt here, am I trying to insinuate something? Well, to a degree, I am. Because the electricity that the water provides is actually it's made with what's called the electron 5. That's the name of the machine, the model. And does it electrify the water? Well, when water has the biggest influence on electricity in the body, what do you think? And David, the founder of LifeWave, knows the importance of water and how crucial it is on the body, but also the stem cells. He's acknowledged this. And if you're watching, David, then you're following what I'm saying, because I want to prove it to you. Prove it to you and to everyone else that I think there's something to this. Even though that I know that you're releasing your version of light infused water. I think it's great. But can it match the power of this? The body will always need hydrogen and oxygen. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter. So, do you want the highest quality? I do. And I'm going to see if I can up the ante today with the fitness test. After doing this 10-minute HIIT warm-up. I call it a warm-up because that's what it feels like. That 165 is it's nothing. It doesn't make my hands feel empty with no blood circulation. Doesn't do any of that. And I attribute that because of drinking the cleanest and most absorbable. And its effect on the blood, which is known to be 94% water. The guy, the inventor of the machine, got into the business. You know, he didn't plan to get into it. It just happened that way. So, does he know the value of what he has? I think so. Because it'll never change. Everybody needs water. And you want to drink the cleanest and most absorbable version of it. So, am I doing that? You bet. Am I using it in alignment with wanting to live young, live long, and live well? You be the judge. Because there's always better. It's just you got to find it. So, switch back to the heart rate monitor. So you're going to see it in real time. How my heart rate goes up, and then I'll debrief it after when I'm done the test. And how I'm gonna do this test today, I've been thinking about it, is that when I'm ready to start the 221, basically I'm gonna have the metronome playing at the tempo, right? And then I'm just gonna do a few skips, right? And the first one the second skip that matches the tempo of the metronome will be the first skip. That'll be number 1. So counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, and I will count it in the replay. I'm not gonna count while I'm doing the test. I'm just gonna do as many as I can at that tempo. Last week I got 200 and how many? 48 seconds worth. So that was 176 skips at that tempo. So today I'm going to try to get 200 or all 250. And that's going to be hard. At that pace, it's tough. It's very hard. And I'm going to push myself to the absolute limit. Can I do it? That's the magic question. Can I do it? So, you see the rope is lying on the floor, right? Hasn't moved. There's the 221. Let's try. So like I said, a few skips just to kind of get a feel. And then I'm going to time it. The first one, when you hear the boop, boop, that's going to be the start. Okay? That's how I'm going to follow start the timing. And I'll have to watch the replay. So, got the rope. This is the one with the kink. So you see I'm not cheating in any way, shape, or form. Using the rope that's long. This is longer than the Buddy Lee one. So basically it's going to be like this. So when I'm starting, it'll be 1, 2, 3. So the first one, yeah, that's how it's going to be. 1. That's how I'm going to do it. All right? So shouldn't be, I'm not adding any additional stress or, you know, another timer. We're learning how to be in sync, you know, because when I push the timer on the clock, you know, and it's not in sync with the metronome, then it throws me off, and so I decided to do it this way. All right. Just gonna relax. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be much more better that way. I can feel there's a little bit of how would you say, slop. That's the way to describe it, slop in this bearing. So I can feel it. Believe it or not, it's kind of it distracts me a little bit. So I kind of have to hold the maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, okay. That's what I'll do. When I stop, the rope actually hits my fingers. If I trip, so it hurts. All right. I think I'm ready. Let's try this. Wow. I don't know how many seconds that was, but it sure hurt on the finger a little bit. I'm going to try it again, actually. I can feel the change in the oxygen levels in my body. I can feel it. And my heart rate, as you see on the screen there, is reflecting that. I'm talking too much. Part of me wishes I had the VO2 Master equipment. It's pretty expensive stuff. And then that way I could show you in real time how that device is measuring my VO2 levels inside the body, and the direct relationship with how much oxygen I'm actually breathing during the test. Because when my heart rate goes up over 200, and I've talked about this in the past, where when I'm doing double unders, I actually pause breathing because I want to focus on making sure I get the focus all the energy with synchronization and coordination for the double under. And especially if you're doing them fast, it's almost like the same scenario is happening when I'm doing this test at 221. I'm trying really hard to focus or put energy into the synchronization, whereas I forget to breathe. So one of the things that I did just now is making sure I'm taking deep breaths as long as I can to help with offsetting the depleting oxygen levels inside my hands predominantly, because that's where I feel it first, is here, because I'm holding the handle of the rope quite firmly, and because of that it's like I'm shoveling snow outside in the cold. And when you do that, you're squeezing the blood out of your hands, and when that happens is when you lose your grip, because it's basically the blood is being squeezed out. And when I'm skipping at this tempo, I have to really relax my hands. But when I do, then I think that's what happened. I tripped. So there's a consequence for being too relaxed, and that itself is a challenge. How do you overcome that? All right, so I'm going to try again. Okay. Hard. Wow. So here I was thinking about the grip again. And what I did was I adjusted it. And part of me wonders if this kink in this rope is causing a little bit of a okay. I'm just looking where the yeah. One thing I noticed that I know in the past is that one of my hands sits lower than the other. And I think it's my left that sits lower, because I am right-handed. And because of that, it affects where this kink is. And I think when it's hitting the floor, it's in a spot where it interrupts. So I switched it now. Let's see if that helps. As silly as it is, I think that's the problem. Wow. It was better. And then I got into breathing. And I lost my focus. Huh. I wonder if I put some hockey tape on here so my fingers don't slip. I know I have some somewhere. Yeah, this is it. I got some. I'm gonna do this. Sorry for the constant noise of the metronome, but just gonna put all right. So for all those who know about hockey tape, it's kind of grippy, you know, especially if you have leather hockey gloves. I just don't want my thumb to slip on this steel. Because I found myself just kind of being distracted a little bit by it. Alright. There we go. Will this make the difference? I don't know, but it's worth a try. Alright, so I'm gonna try that. Attempt number 3. Let's see if I can go without tripping. Just kind of warm up. Ah. Okay. Now, just gotta get the tempo right. Okay. I tried. I don't know how many seconds that was, but I could keep up with that pace. I kept going until I was kind of like almost doing drumsticks with the ropes, to the point where it was where I couldn't do the drumsticks anymore because of the lack of blood that was entering the hands, because I'm squeezing it out. Wow. That was a good attempt. I don't know how many skips there was. My hope is that I got more than 176, because that was the count that I got last week. So If I got more than 176, that's good. That means I'm progressing with the rope. And I'm going to keep trying it till I get it. And if it happened today, even better. Because I don't know if it did or not. So, okay, so we're going to look at the date stamp here. Today's date, December 27th, 2025. Starting time was at 1:45 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I just realized, oh, the big number 144. There's a thing about that. So for all those people that are following that, it's kind of interesting. Because I didn't plan it that way. Heart rate, maximum heart rate here, I hit 163. And that was probably in this last attempt. What's interesting is where my heart rate goes right up and then it recovers a little bit. And that's where I was talking about doing some deep breaths. And I was taking as big and as deep as I could. And obviously, my heart rate just comes right back down, as you can see, so I recover very quickly. And happened again earlier here. Every time I'm pushing it up, it comes right back down. So, is it a sign of VO2 max strength from combining the cleanest and most absorbable with that of the incredible X39? Well, the heart rate doesn't lie, and I'm showing you my results in real time. So when you're ready to pull the trigger, that QR code right there. Start. Support me to keep doing this. I'd appreciate that, because if you learned it from me, it would be nice to be acknowledged by way of your purchase. Because then it shows me that you learned from me. And I'll see your name if you order it. I won't mention it unless you ask me to. But if you want to keep it private, it's private. It'll stay that way. Okay? I give you my word. As I'll ask you first. So that's it for today. Sunny Saturday, December, what did I say? 27th, 2025. So tune in on Monday for Move It Monday. We'll be back in biceps. I've got a few ideas that I'm going to change it up a little bit. So tune in if you're looking to find motivation to help you stay motivated, because I don't need anybody to keep me disciplined. I do it myself. And if seeing my face day to day for free helps you, then I ask for your patronage, for your support. Please place an order. That'll help me keep doing this. And I will keep giving more than I will ask for. I've been that way for a long time. And this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Live streaming right here on Facebook under my first, middle, and last name, Gordon, Gordon, Zdravko, Zdravko, Tomajic. It's Tomazic. The Z has a little hat on it, as does the C. So that's the correct pronunciation. Gordon, Zdravko, Tomajic. That's me. And you can find me under the same name on LinkedIn. And all my other YouTube stuff, channels, I'm under my name. So, you can find me. We'll see you on Monday. Have a good day.